On the 16th is when I left England. That same day, I learned that thousands of Muslims took over London's Trafalgar Square, probably not pronouncing it right, to mark their communal breaking of Ramadan fast, okay? And a dramatic spectacle, of course, followed, including, thousands of bodies sprawled all over the street in prostration as Quran verses blared out and Allahu Akbar screamed and so forth. And of course, the mayor was there, Sadiq Khan. And for some reason or other, rather than behave like most of their countrymen, that is to say, as doormats, a number of Christians, British Christians, took umbrage at this. They dared complain. Here's one quote, for example, by Nick Timothy, Shadow Secretary of State for Justice and Shadow Lord Chancellor. He said, in reference to this Muslim takeover and spectacle of prostrations and prayers, he said, quote, "Too many are too polite to say this, but mass ritual prayer in public places is an act of domination. The adhan," this is when a Muslim goes and proclaims prayers, the call to prayer real loud. The adhan, which declares there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger, is, when called in a public place, a declaration of domination. Perform these rituals in mosques if you wish, but they are not welcome in our public places and shared institutions. And given their explicit repudiation of Christianity, they certainly do not belong in our churches and cathedrals. The domination of public places is straight from the Islamic playbook. Wow. Now that's a mouthful, and good for you, Timothy, because everything he said just so happens to be correct. Absolutely. I mean, let's look at some of what he just said. Okay. First of all, what does the adhan declare? Think about it. All these thousands of Muslims get together, congregate in public place, Britain, London, and they start yelling, "There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his messenger." So what does that mean to the rest of the people in England who are Christians by background, at least, heritage, and some, of course, maybe by faith? So you have this alien host that has been invited to come, and they've been given all the rights, and they've been promoted to believe in their religion, of course, as we were talking. And now they've gone and taken over London, of course, Londonistan, where they are loudly proclaiming a truth to them that makes you, the Brits, infidels, the hated enemy. Okay? And that truth again, which the adhan declares, is that it's the shahada, the number one principle of becoming a Muslim, saying that there is no God but Allah, which means the Judeo-Christian God is all false, and Muhammad is his messenger, which means, again, you are wrong because you don't follow the words of Muhammad. Therefore, you are also false. Okay? And to think that these, as Timothy was saying, as he's pointing out, it's one thing to do these in an actual mosque, but they're oftentimes invited into churches and they say these words. So you see what I was telling you let's go back to what I was talking about. It's one thing to tell a Muslim or any faith or any person of any faith or no faith that you have this right. Yeah, I'm not going to coerce you. You can be an atheist, you can be a Muslim, you can be whatever you want. I'm not going to fight with you, and I think you should have equal civil rights as a citizen. That's one thing. It's another thing to basically advocate or promote these beliefs. And so when a church invites Muslims to come in and they start, hollering and screaming, "There is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger," they are implicitly telling you, we're right, you're wrong. And you're sitting there allowing them in your holy place, your temple, your sacred worship site for your God to say that. You think that makes them like you, by the way? You think they look at you and, wow, you've appeased me, let me reciprocate? Or do you think they have nothing but contempt for you when you do that? Because it just validates exactly what they believe, which is you are a doormat and we're turning you into our prayer mat.